Sitting for over a year and a half, this is my Subaru Forester GT that I brought when I was 15 years old. It was the perfect P-plate weapon, but as I grew older, the car outgrew my taste. But now I want to use this car as a weekender and a hill climb car. It's going to need a bit of work.
Alright, so I had smoke coming out.
But it's time to start modifying the car, servicing it and getting it back up to scratch so we can start using it again over the summer period.
I have started it since, so it should be alright, but our first job today is to put rego on it, drive it to 𝑑𝒓𝒐𝒏𝒂𝒍, get some new wheels and tyres. We're going to service it, and then I've got some cool parts and a STI Type M body kit to put on it, so it should come out pretty good.
This battery is just about on its way out, so that is a relief. We don't have to jump start it.
Now I should probably start with servicing, but this will be a good test to see if the car needs anything on my drive up. We're getting some Konig Hypergram wheels, the same stuff I use on the Excel race car, but in a bigger size, thanks to 𝒂𝒓𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂
bit nervous. I don't know what was going on there, but I've pulled in just to double check. I can't see anything, and I'll check my oil level, make sure that's all right, but probably a future problem to figure out.
Hopefully not a serious problem, but one to check out later when we service the car. Here we are at Tyre Power Blackwood, and the boys here have been fantastic. Old wheels off, new Konig hypergrams on. Getting the new wheels on is a good feeling, but these definitely look much better and are also much lighter than the old roaders I had. It's a shame the car's paint doesn't justify it with these new looking wheels. The grey metallic is a standout.
𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒍 tyres with the Konig flow formed wheels. They look pretty good, but I think once this car gets its body kit, it will stand out much more. And she is set to go back home.
It's been 2 weeks and we are now bringing the car to my friend at 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒍 Automotive, who also runs a motorsport workshop and team. I have more parts. I've been waiting so long for parts to come, and finally today, in hopefully an hour or so, they will be here because I need to have the car at his workshop as soon as possible. So fingers crossed they come. We're gonna get some servicing done. We've got some braided brake lines to put on the car because the pedal feels pretty average at the moment. Not to mention fluids are needing to be refreshed. So fingers crossed we get the package in no time today. And would you believe it, the parts did come. But before I went to 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒍 Automotive, I wanted to change out the gear selector cover. It was a bit grotty.
Look how disgusting that is. Look how much better that is. Yeah, a bit of a shitbox, isn't it, Scott?
That's a weapon.
A weapon. He's very seasoned with EJ motors because the 86 series. Yeah, look, we're gonna do the battery. Obviously, that's pretty dead. Fluid changes and maybe braided brake lines, but not today because he's too busy. We'll see how quick he is. We'll see how good he is.
Scott has just started up a new business and we thought we might as well film some content, and it was nice to have someone who was an expert on the tools. We started by replacing the battery, which was pretty straightforward. We went around, changed the engine oil, changed the gearbox oil and the diff oil. It didn't come without a challenge.
Guess who tightened it last time?
You.
That's right.
Jesus, man.
I'm the one who last tightened those nuts, and I probably did them a bit too tight when I was younger. After that, we got the braided brake lines. The right rear definitely need to be changed. It had a cut in it with electrical tape. Fun fact, yeah, that was me when I was a teenager doing that job. Everything was freshened up and it was good for driving again. Now you might remember we had some smoke on our first drive. Turns out it was just some oil that had to be burnt off and the smoke actually went away. So I would say there's nothing major to be repaired there. Now, as you also notice, these headlights were disgusting. Now, I have polished them before, but I wanted an expert to do them. We went down the road to Loud's Creation and he has made them look so much better.
And we are back in my shed. Guess what came all the way from Kazakhstan?
I go to America!
From Borat's hometown, there is a company that makes body kits as close as you can get to the real thing. Now, I tried to find a genuine STI Type M kit, but number one, they're either you can't find them, or number two, they're just way too expensive anyway. So you have to go for replica. Now, pretty much was gotta say, their work's impressive. Behind me, we have parts of a front bumper. Now, this is a bit of a problem. If you're shipping from international places, a lot of companies can't ship full-size kits. So unfortunately, they come as a 3-piece kit. So this is the left side of the front bumper, which has molds which you have to put in place to put the other bits on. A little bit annoying, but it can be done. Now this is fiberglass, it's not plastic, which, look, in many ways it does the job. It's strong enough, but there's not much you can do. But we have a person in Adelaide that is very good at fiberglass repairs, and that is GGM Concepts, 𝒔𝒔𝒊𝒂𝒍 and his team. I have something else, and now we have a white line front sway bar, which I need to do. This is a couple mil thicker, a bit stronger. It looks better, which is most important for a P-Platers ride. Now I could do this stuff at home, but having a workshop makes life much easier. And as I said before, we're gonna be going off to GGM Concepts in the second part to work on this car and actually start modifying it. So I don't know if you guys like this kind of vibe or this style, but I'm gonna give it a crack. I really wanna enjoy this car for the summer season. Stay tuned because we have a lot of cool parts to put on my car. We will see you guys for part 2. Thank you.